Hello everyone, thanks for joining us on MNB World's News Mongolia, where we bring you the latest updates and stories from across the nation and beyond. I'm Zandanshatar. And here are today's top stories. The Speaker of Parliament, Zandanshatar, is on a working visit to South Korea. Prizes were awarded to students who won medals at the International Olympiad. The changes in the laws were presented to the civil servants. For the news, stay tuned. A high-level delegation led by the Speaker of Mongolian Parliament, Zandanshatar, has arrived in Seoul for their participation in the Trans-Pacific Stability Dialogue International Conference scheduled to take place in the Republic of Korea from September 12th to 14th, 2023.
On September 11, 2023, Speaker of Parliament of Mongolia, Zandanshatar engaged in a meaningful meeting with Ms. Kim Yong-ju, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Korea. Expressing his delight at the reunion with the Vice Chairman of the National Assembly of the Republic of Korea, Speaker Zandanshatar extended his gratitude for active involvement in the upcoming conference and her valuable contributions during their previous encounters. Ms. Kim Yong-ju in turn expressed her happiness at the third meeting this year and conveyed the warm sentiment of her fellow National Assembly members, both from the majority and minority parties. They reminisced about the Speaker's hospitable reception during their delegation's visit to Mongolia and expressed their contentment with the interactions.
About 60,000 citizens of our country reside and work in South Korea. Projects to the value of about 500 million won will be implemented in the fields of employment promotion. In order to support employment, it's planned to cooperate in the fields of preparing a workforce capable of working at the international level, developing training programs, and supporting Mongolians working in Korea to return to their homeland to work and start their own businesses.
Highlighting the significant strides made in bilateral relations, Vice Chairman Kim noted that she had visited Mongolia twice this year and emphasized the successful implementation of projects aimed at enhancing cooperation between the countries, particularly in the area of children's health. Despite challenges along the way, these projects have been successfully completed, thanks in no small part to the support and involvement of Speaker Zandanshatar. Vice Chairman Kim regarded this meeting as an opportunity to present the project report and underscored the importance of Speaker Zandanshatar's continued support in expanding cooperation across various sectors. From his part, Speaker Zandanshatar expressed his heartfelt appreciation for Vice Chairman Kim's dedicated effort in safeguarding the health of Mongolian children through their successful project implementation. He pledged his unwavering support for the future collaborative endeavors and stressed the vital role that cooperation between the highest legislative bodies of both countries plays in fortifying the political ties between Mongolia and the Republic of Korea and in enhancing the legal framework governing their relations. Furthermore, the Mongolian speaker provided insights into recent developments within Mongolia, including constitutional amendments, updates to the state great session rules, debate principles, and parliamentary inspection process reforms. Both parties concurred on the need to bolster the legal foundation of their cooperation to foster mutually beneficial economic relations. Following the discussions, Ms. Kim Yong-ju kindly extended an invitation to Speaker Zandanshatar and the delegation to tour the National Assembly Hall of the Republic of Korea, providing them with valuable insights into the parliamentary proceedings of their Korean counterparts.
Students who won medals at the International Olympiad and the organizing committee of the Olympiad who successfully prepared their students were awarded with the President of Mongolia Award at the Government Palace.
The accolades were as follows: a grand prize of 11 million MNT for the gold medalist, 7 million MNT for the silver medalist, 4 million MNT for the bronze medal medalist, and 1 million MNT for the recipient of the special commendation. Additionally, each organizing committee of the Mongolian Olympiad, which effectively prepared their students, received a commendable reward of 10 million MNT. The achievements were truly remarkable, with Mathematics Olympiad witnessing 1 gold medalist, 4 bronze medalists, and 1 special awardee out of 6 participating students. Chemistry Olympiad saw 2 bronze medalists out of 4 participants, while Informatics Olympiad boasted 1 special awardee and 3 bronze medalists among 4 students. The Physics Olympiad saw 5 participants, carrying 1 silver medal and 3 bronze medals. In the Biology Olympiad, 4 students secured 2 bronze medals, 1 special commendation. Students won 1 gold medal, 1 silver medal, and an impressive 13 bronze medals, along with 4 special commendations overall. These triumphant young scholars who have attained excellence on the international stage have an exciting future ahead. They all have the opportunity to apply for the President's Message 2100 scholarship once they gain admission to the world's top 100 universities. Notably, on August 27, 2021, the President of Mongolia issued a decree with a resolute vision. The decree called upon the government to elevate the significance of Mongolian intellect, foster an environment conducive to international-level scientific competitions, and actively promote student participation in international Olympiads.
And a significant development, the General Election Committee is taking proactive steps to implement crucial changes in the political party law. These changes, aimed at enhancing the financing and control of political parties and break gender barriers in decision-making, offering new opportunities for women in politics, have ignited a wave of anticipation and enthusiasm among civil servants and political leaders alike.
Due to the review of the political party law, the General Election Committee has been tasked with carrying out certain functions. In other words, it has been legislated to implement a lot of functions regarding the financing and control of political parties. For this reason, the General Election Committee is organizing training sessions on changes in laws and regulations to ensure the implementation of laws and regulations for its employees.
Women mainly do to the detailed work, while men are involved in the decision-making and management. Women are often unable to participate at this level. This situation is reflected in the revised law on the political parties. I think it will allow women to join the decision-making level. The General Election Committee presented the important provisions of the election law to the members of the Provincial Committee, while the representatives of many parties also came and took part in the discussion. In the evening at 5 p.m., a discussion was organized for the members of the Women's Leadership Network.
Now we shift our focus to the currency exchange rates, which have been provided by Mongol Bank. Next on our program, we'll turn our attention to the international news from our partner agencies. In a bid to bolster defenses against the latest strains of circulating coronavirus, the US has greenlit updated COVID-19 vaccines, aiming to curb any potential surge this upcoming fall and winter. The Food and Drug Administration's decision now grants access to the latest shots from Moderna and Pfizer, along with its partner BioNTech, to most Americans, even if they have never received a coronavirus vaccination.
This marks a shift towards treating fall updates of COVID-19 vaccine akin to receiving a yearly flu shot. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention must give their approval. An advisory panel from the CDC is scheduled to release recommendations on Tuesday regarding the priority groups for the updates shots. If approved, vaccinations could commence later this week, offering the convenience of receiving both COVID-19 and flu shots during the same visit.
We know that coronavirus immunity decreases over time, and so that decrease in immunity is probably what's helping drive cases up. And so having a new vaccine now that matches the variants that are circulating will be very helpful in stopping the spread of COVID-19 and keeping everyone healthy.
COVID-19 hospitalizations have been increasing since late summer, albeit not to the extent seen this time last year, thanks to some enduring immunity from prior vaccinations and infections.
The new vaccine is going to provide good protection against the variants, the XBB variants that we're seeing right now, that are driving the increase in cases we're seeing right now, and even this other new variant that there was some concern about. It does look like the new vaccine will provide good protection against that, and so that's a good thing as well.
While initial immunity may offer protection, it does wane over time, and the persistent emergence of new variants poses challenges. It's been a year since the vaccines were last adjusted. As with previous vaccinations, the autumn round is approved for both adults and children as young as 6 months old. According to the Food and Drug Administration, individuals starting from age 5 can receive a single dose, even if they never had prior COVID-19 shot. For younger children, the necessity of additional doses depends on their history of COVID-19 infections and vaccinations.
And also we see COVID continuing, the variants continuing to change over time. So it's likely that as that continues to happen, we'll see updated COVID vaccines every fall, just like we see with flu. It'll be a very, very similar process, I think.
The latest shots are designed to target an Omicron variant known as XBB.1.5. While this specific strain is no longer dominant, it shares enough similarities with the prevailing coronavirus strains responsible for most COVID-19 cases today.
In the US, I suspect we'll see RSV peaking again this winter, along with flu and possibly COVID as well. So COVID cases are going up right now. I imagine they will crest and come back down, but then by the middle of the winter, December, January, I would not be surprised if we see a slight increase in cases again, which is why it's important for people to get the new COVID-19 vaccine as well as their flu shot and RSV immunizations if they're eligible.
The Food and Drug Administration has determined that these shots will provide strong cross-protection. These new shots replace combination vaccines that provided protection against the original coronavirus strain and even older Omicron variants. Similar to previous iterations, they are anticipated to offer the highest level of protection against severe illness, hospitalization, and mortality rather than mild infection.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Wednesday with more news and updates. Goodbye.